So we are going to start with this shade here on our color matching sheet. It says, hint, navy is a shade of blue. So this one should be easy because yesterday we practiced tints and shades and tones. So, as a reminder, actually let's figure out which blue do you think we should use out of our colored pencil set for this one. We have true blue and we have a blue violet. Any suggestions? Blue violet. I think when I was practicing this one, I did a base layer of true blue. I mixed a little bit of blue violet in there and some black, and then I burnished with my true blue on top. So let's go ahead and practice that. So I'm going to start with my base layer of my true blue. And you do not have to fill this whole box here. Just a little swatch. And then I'm going to add in some of my blue violet. When we're making shades and trying to make things darker, yes, we can use black, but sometimes if we use our darker valued colors like blue violet or even our regular violet, that creates kind of a richer, shadowy color, a shade. So true blue, blue violet, a little bit of my black, and those are just my mixing layers, so they're kind of speckly and they're layered on top of each other, no burnishing at this point. And then burnish with my true blue on top. I'm going to do half of it and kind of look at it. It's pretty navy. It's pretty close to that swatch. If I wanted to, I could probably add a little bit more blue violet to that second half. Part of what you guys are going to have to do when drawing from a reference photo is not only matching values, which we've been practicing this whole year, but also matching colors. So this is part of that kind of warm-up practice for figuring out those kind of what I call recipes for the colors that you see. So to help my future self out, if I were drawing this Van Gogh portrait, I would maybe write down my recipe that I made for this. So that was true blue. I'll just make like a little visual recipe to the side. Blue violet, black, and then I decided I wanted a little bit more blue violet, and then true blue on top. So that's my just kind of little recipe off to the side with little lines of the colors that I used. Alright, so we did that first one, the shade. We are going to skip over here to this orange and work on a tone together. So we have an orange. What should we use for our tone of orange if we're thinking complements? Why is there glare on here? Yes.
True blue.
True blue would be perfect. Like this is a really nice true blue here on this color wheel. So find your true blue. Alright, so to make our tone, just like before, I'm going to start with a base layer of orange. And our orange, I like to describe it as like basketball orange. It's a really intense, pure orange. This here is kind of more of like a rusty looking color. It's duller, but not too brown. So orange. And then with your true blue, you have to just be really careful with how much you add into it because it is a darker value than the orange. So really light pressure adding a layer of that true blue to tone the orange down. Oh, I forgot to write down my recipe for this one. I just broke my color pencil. Orange, blue. Okay, and I'm going to burnish with orange. I'm just going to do the first kind of half of it and look at it and see if it looks pretty close. Yeah, I would say so. That could probably use a little touch of brown in it. So if you want to try half of yours with a touch of brown in it before you burnish the other half, you can add that. See which half looks better. They look kind of the same. I like the brown half better. Okay, so color mixing and matching is a lot of kind of experimenting and figuring out how to get the perfect mix. But that's how we do a shade and a tone just as a warm-up. I'm going to have you guys do the next 3. There's only 3 to do. On your own or with someone next to you. I did this blue-green was really easy, so maybe start with that one. And then from there, I moved on to the crimson, which is a tone and a shade of red. And it took me a couple tries to get that one the way that I liked it. And then this pinky tone here is a tint and a tone of red. That took me a lot of different tries and experimentations to get the way that I liked it. I think I ended up with liking, none of them are really there, but I like this one the best. Okay, so go ahead and work on those, and I will be around to help, but I'm going to pass out a couple of things.